Cam had a lot going for it, but it kinda sorta missed the mark in some areas. A Cam girl is horrified to realize that a doppelganger has taken her identity, and she must figure out how and why this is all happening. So with this film, I expected a bit more of a surrealist terror in regards to what was promised. Like it would be a bit more out there and Lynchian or kinda like American Psycho. But it's for the most part very grounded, in terms of the situation and what's going on, that is. Madeline Brewer is good in the lead role as everything kind of falls on her, with the rest of the supporting cast not really doing a ton until the latter half of the movie. But even then, it feels like some aspects and subplots are kind of just brought up and then forgotten about by the end of the movie. But I liked the escalation of events, I was intrigued with where it was going to go, and I cared about the main character of Alice, which, you know, is not exactly subtle, but hey, it's not a huge deal in my book. I also liked how this movie gets around various things that would come up in terms of, oh, why doesn't she just do this or do that, when there are various scenes of no, that wouldn't work, she has to find a different way, which adds to the whole escalation of the whole movie. I also like how, despite the core of the movie being about sexualized women, it never showcases women in such a way like that. I know this might not make sense, especially if you have not watched the movie, considering there are many shots of this movie where you see women's breasts and butts and sex toys and doing promiscuous things, as it is about a cam girl. But it's presented in a way where it's like a job, which it is. It is a job for these women, so that's how it's shown. I mean, the writer of the film was a cam girl, and she wanted to showcase the struggles of camming and thought this was the best way to do it. But the director was a man, so it still kept in tune with this respectable showcase of just having to do this, especially through his eyes, which I appreciated. I was curious how that part was going to be handled, and they do it very well. I mean, compare it to the opening scene of Brian De Palma's Carrie, and you'll know what I'm talking about. But overall, while this film wasn't what I expected, and I did guess the twist early on, I still thought this was an overall well-done horror thriller that explored the ideas of women's agency and loss of identity in a very good way. It's still on Netflix, so if you are intrigued with this, go ahead and give it a watch if you have not.